Salihi Magashi retired, comprises National Security Advisor and the service chiefs. They were in Katsina to sympathize with the government and people of the state on the unfortunate incident. Governor Aminu Bello Masari said the school has a population of 839 boarding students cut across parts of the state and other states of the country.
We are yet to account for 333 pupils, and we are still counting because more are coming out of the forest, and we are calling through the numbers, those parents that have numbers, to find out whether their children have gone back home.
He said the state government was yet to be contacted by any group responsible for abduction of the students. The leader of the delegation, Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi retired, explained that rescue operation for the missing students was given the greatest priority by the government.
Our mission to come and sympathize with you and assure you that all hands are on desk within the armed forces of Nigeria and the police to ensure that this rescue mission is given the greatest priority in our administration.
The minister charged the armed forces and the police, as well as other security agencies, to move fast to ensure that the students are rescued. In Katsina, Awal Haliru, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Governor Aminu Bello Masari of Katsina State has been speaking about efforts to rescuing the abducted students of Government Science Secondary School, Kankara. The governor told State House correspondent Oda Musambo in Katsina moments ago that hope is bright.
Telephone numbers. We are calling parent by parent to find out. As at around 3, we have called about 87 of them. And they know some places there's problem on network, and some of the parents may not even have the phone. But we believe latest by tomorrow we will have accurate information with regards to the number of children that are with the kidnappers and those that have reported back home. This is the current situation as at this evening.
Your Excellency, how will you describe efforts at rescuing the students yet to be accounted for?
Apart from what the local security officers have been doing since yesterday, this afternoon we received all the service chiefs who are here, and some of them are sleeping here, and they have gone to Kankara. They have made on-the-spot assessment, and they have deployed men and the resources that they will make sure that within the next 2 days they've been able to bring back where they are working on, to bring them back with no collateral damage. But certainly they promise that within the next 2-3 days they will be able to get them back.
What can you assure parents and indeed the people of Katsina who have been traumatized by the incident?
Well, first of all, what we have done is to close the remaining schools. And also the Inspector General of Police, despite the closure, because some staff may be living in the quarters, has provided 5 armed mobile policemen for each boarding school. And we are trying as best as we can to make sure, like I said, the children are rescued safely with no collateral damage. So the assurance is that the government is on its feet. We are doing whatever it takes to make sure that the children are brought back home. It is very difficult, and I think is one of the most unhappiest moments for us. For me as a person and as a governor and as an indigenous of Katsina State, because we have been encouraging parents to send their children to schools, and parents always prefer their children to go to boarding school, and I hope this will not deter or discourage people from sending their children to school. We'll do the best we can to reinforce security.
That was our State House correspondent Adamo Sambo speaking with Governor Bello Masari of Katsina State on efforts to rescue abducted secondary school students. Meanwhile, Minister of Defense and leader of the federal government delegation to Katsina, Major General Bashir Salihi Mogashi, says government is doing everything possible to rescue the kidnapped students of Government Science Secondary School Kankara without any collateral damage to the people of the state. The minister gave the assurance while speaking to correspondent Awal Khaliru after an assessment visit to the affected school in Kankara.
Well, the speed in which the team delegated by the Commander-in-Chief to come here, we have discussed, all of us, we have discussed with the governor, and from the discussion we are able to know that the tasks we are going to do will be speedy and timely without any collateral damage to the people of the state. Well, we have visited the school where it happened. People were jubilating our coming. People are happy, raising hand, and we are really very surprised because somebody sold the rumors, and I'm sure it's all this social media. There was everybody was, as far as I'm concerned, our group were received very well by the district head and the other district, the neighboring district head. They took us around from his palace. We addressed them in the palace. We went to the field. The headmaster talked, the principal talked to us. He gave us all the details. The students who escaped told us their stories. The Parent Teachers Association told us their stories and told us how many people were kidnapped and how many found their way back, and the other efforts that the security forces are putting to get the people out. Most of them, really, they went into the bush out of fear, and gradually they are getting them out. Some of them are being searched and they are coming out from the woods. I don't know the number, but certainly, by the grace of God, there will not be anybody found dead unless by accident.
That was leader of the federal government delegation to Katsina State, Major General Bashir Magashi, speaking to our correspondent Anwar Haliro. And in Zamfara, the State Police Command has reacted to the purported attack on a Sokoto State mass transit bus and alleged kidnapping of passengers on board at Kwashaba Wab village in Zurmi local government area of the state. A statement issued by the command public relations officer Sheikh Mohammed described a video that went viral on the purported attack as work of mischief makers who derive pleasure in spreading fake news. According to the statement, the said mass transit bus conveying passengers from Sokoto to Katsina developed a mechanical fault along Zurumi-Jibia Road, and the passengers became apprehensive and decided to flee, leaving the bus and their luggage. The statement further says, on receiving the information, the police in Zurumi town rushed to the scene and conveyed all the passengers' luggage to police station for safekeeping. The passengers later emerged, claimed the luggage, and left. And the Directorate of Defense Media Operations, DMO, says the Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Dole has recorded more successes in its air campaign against Boko Haram terrorists in the northeast of the country. DMO Coordinator Major General John Eneche says the latest of this was achieved through air strikes executed on December 10, 2020 at Njimia, on the fringes of the Sambisa Forest in Borno State. Nigerian Air Force fighter jets and helicopter gunships engaged at the location, resulting in neutralization of several BHTs, Boko Haram terrorists, as well as damage to their structures after a series of aerial surveillance missions showed an upsurge of activities in that settlement. And President Muhammad Buhari has commended officers and soldiers of God's Brigade for the high level of discipline and professionalism exhibited in the year 2020. The President, represented by his Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, gave the commendation that the God's Brigade 2020 West Africa's social activity, WASA. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa, who was at the Mambila Barracks in Abuja, venue of the event, tells us more.
Tug of war, a physical exercise, a dominant feature of the annual West African social activities known as WASA. WASA is an age-long tradition of the Nigerian Army, marking the end of training activities for the year. It also provides an avenue for the authority to reward excellence and gallantry in the force.
WASA is further used to promote esprit de corps with other security agencies who are also invited to the ceremony.
Gas brigades are done very well within the year in ensuring that the Federal Capital Territory remains peaceful, in addition to their enormous responsibility of safeguarding Mr. President, the first family, and the conduct of ceremonial duties.
Nigeria's diverse rich cultural heritage was showcased, including the electrifying Lupe Westers. The event also featured project inauguration. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
And the workshop on learning Arabic language has opened here in Abuja. It's organized by the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates to commemorate the UN World Arabic Language Day. Anthony Fulson was there.
The UN Arabic Language Day is observed annually on the 18th of December. The event was established by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization in 2010. The idea is to celebrate multilingualism and cultural diversity, as well as to promote equal use of all 6 official languages through the United Nations. And so, at this workshop, organized by the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates, Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed noted that the event, apart from being instructive, given the current global interest in the establishment of latest diplomatic approachment between nations and the renewed zeal to combat violent extremism, as well as promote pluralism and multiculturalism, Arabic language has become key in diplomatic, scholarly, and cultural circles because it has been well positioned.
In other words, Arabic language is one of the ancient and earliest known languages to mankind. It is unique and renowned for its rich diglossia and employed on a daily basis as a medium of spiritual and theistic interaction between God and adherents of Islam, who number over 1.8 billion people.
In Nigeria, the minister said Arabic language has been extolled for its contribution to national development.
In addition to